Ladies and gentlemen, greetings and hello. Today's video has a background of Serenity Prayer written in haste, as well as that little radio which is playing like jazz, which I wanted to focus on the video, so I actually like muted it and you won't be able to hear it either. But that's just like a free radio thing in Resonite, and that's because I'm working on an avatar right now, and here's a picture of that. Because in full transparency, I edited and made today's vlog already. So this is the second one I'm filming today, but it's also logs about the journey and the growth, not only like one a day. Here's how the day went. That's mechanically what it would look like. But this is something a little bit different. And I was at meditation just now, where is what I realized, like I remember they have Serenity Prayer on a rock next to the timer for the meditation. And I read it, and it just really resonated with me. So I want to tell a quick story about my flat tire that I got, I think just last night, how it relates to Serenity Prayer, but then all of that is actually going to relate to the darkness I've been kind of dealing with lately, but how that's allowed me to shift directly into my work, and it helped give me a lot of invigoration. So let's get to it. Serenity Prayer, of course, it's that grant me the wisdom to no grant me the is it the serenity? It's something allow me to the grace to whatever. Gosh dang it, what is it? The strength maybe to accept what I cannot change. Maybe it's the serenity to accept what I cannot change. The courage to change what I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Something along those lines. And as for like the flat tire that I got that last night, and last night was just rollicking good time as far as whatever, man. Like last night was pretty loaded. And you would think after a night was pretty loaded, a lot of emotions going on, just the brain doing the brain thing, a lot of life happening. And you would think that would be a bad time to get a flat tire. You know, of course. But I very immediately accepted this is just how things are. And not even, because you'll say that, but actually you're really resisting the moment. But it was just very much this moment looks different than I thought it was going to look like. So I found an okay place to curl off to the side of the road. Not that okay, but okay enough. And I played Rocket League because I knew okay, we're just going to take a second. We're going to assess the current moment and just treat this the way that it needs to be treated. So I took a moment, which was even then respecting. I'm going to be really overwhelmed if I try doing too much right now. It's time to we have to sit with this, take a moment. So it's bold when you just got a flat tire to play a video game about it, but that's what I needed to do. So I allowed myself to do that, which was allowing my experience of that moment to be what it was. I needed to take a moment to breathe. So you'd better believe I pulled out my Switch and turned on the hotspot on my phone and scored a couple of fat goals. And we're going to do like the chain of events thing. But something about that, I was in a position when I did start getting to moving to trying to change the tire, which is not my forte. But a girl named Tam, I think maybe Tammy. Gosh, dang it, I can't remember. Tammy, we're gonna call her Tammy. Came by, stopped by. 100% good Samaritan. I was like, hey, what you doing? Okay, what's going on? And then pulled over, and turns out that she lived right nearby and had a nice jack. And the car that was in the one that was in my car was really old style, like painful to use apparently. And I was trying to look up how to use it. Where do I put this to lift up the car? What am I doing? What model of car is this? Like I was so useless. And so somewhere between pulling over where I did and playing Rocket League for as long as I did, so I was just in the process, the part of it where then Tammy was able to come by, notice what I was up to, and then do the Good Samaritan thing about going to go get the jack that she lived nearby. So left and then came back and helped me get my tire situated, and it was a really beautiful human moment. And I'm a believer that humans will receive signs wherever they will, when they need to, or when they're ready for them, and how selective it can be to like, oh, well, if this happened, and this happened, and this happened, then something good happened, is usually when you think about it. And I don't love that chain of events, call it coincidences, call it whatever. Life just happened, it's not a big deal, let's kind of move on. The reason I'm bringing this up is because Tammy, at one point, made mention that she has a good vibe, a good way of reading people, and she wouldn't have stopped to pull over and help me out if she had gotten creep vibes. She thought I was not a creep, and says, you're a good guy. And that was a massive boost I needed, especially yesterday. And I genuinely just felt like if Tammy got the read that I'm a good person, then she must be up to something. And that's just accepting that as the moment that it was, because I have a lot of doubt in myself these days. But if just some stranger somewhere got a read on me without the knowledge, without knowing anything about who I am, just in that little moment that we shared, uh, to another human, I seemed like an okay human. And that meant a tremendous amount to me. That doesn't happen if I'm really stuck in the moment and less receptive to the world and changes, less going with the flow, I suppose. I mean, I don't know, but somewhere in accepting the moment as I needed to be able to, so I could experience that moment as myself, that's what helped that moment be exactly what it needed to be. And the attachment to the Serenity Prayer at this point is kind of weak, but that's the whole like, I can't change that I got the flat tire, but I can change my attitudes towards it, which was taking a moment to reflect, play a game, and then be receptive to just this is how things are. And then the stranger offered help, which I might have declined if I was in a big period of frustration, but I was able to approach it with grace. And the connection between all this was much stronger when I first wrote down, scribbled very, very quickly, Serenity Prayer, because I was at meditation and I heard, I was like, oh wait, I gotta go back to my world and write this down. And then I went back to meditate, which is not very meditation of me, but whatever. But somewhere in that boost, I remembered my position as far as I can't change the emotion state where I'm in, the darkness I've been dealing with. I understand that's just, I can't make myself feel differently. That stuff I can't change. What I can change is the world in some ways, and I decided to change with my art, that no art existed, and I'm going to change the world by creating art. That's the change that I can make, and I'm very happy that I made that decision. It's been a little tumultuous, I'll grant you, but I'm very happy that that's what my solution came to be, and so far it has required courage. Or yeah, I think it's courage and the courage to know the difference, the wisdom to know the difference, but the courage to make the change. Whatever, man. But it hasn't been an easy journey to make this change, but you know, you kind of got to. And basically, all I wanted to do was say that it feels good to recognize my behaviors after seeing them for a little bit, that I am working to accept the things I can't change, but then change the things that I can. And then accidentally, for the past couple weeks, been doing the whole Serenity Prayer thing, and it's never really resonated with me the way, like, until the way that it did just now. So I wanted to hurry and make a little update about it. The other update, though, because there's one other thing that's going well on the journey, is I deleted the picture that I had earlier, which is fine. But that avatar I'm working on is the avatar I used in the fastest avatar guide. And I remember part of what I'm doing with the industry is setting up these models to be a-okay to like import into Resonite, and they're really, really swift and nice to use. And that work had gone on hold a little bit as the darkness consumed me in survival mode, and it's just all over the place, man, all over the place. But it didn't feel right to release the avatar, the quick, fastest avatar guide in Resonite. It didn't feel good to release it yet, and I wasn't quite sure why, but I realized so long as that's the model that I was using for the fastest avatar guide, that I might as well finish setting it up so it's like ResPack, it's like Resonite ready to go. That just feels like the good thing to do. So someone has the avatar, they can see that, oh hey, it's all set up, but then also a video about like the ResPack and what it's like to have an avatar, like you'd have to buy it, but to quick import it so it's easy to use. And I've been trying to make avatar videos, but I've been working on it enough and remembering that I know all of the pieces to put all of this together, and I'm kind of excited to have that to work on today. And that feels good that I've been so focused on videos, but remembering when I don't need to be working on videos all the time, that there's other things I can work on, but it's all related. It's all part of the creative endeavors I've been working on. Linking all of these things together has felt really good, and making video logs about the journey has felt really good. And I was a little inspired, and so I decided to make a video log about this journey because I don't know, I just had a moment. I decided to record it. Other things on the way, I'll be able to demonstrate more, talk about more things. But this is just another part of the journey, and I wanted to bring you guys along for the journey, and so I did. Hope that you enjoyed this little update, because I enjoyed this update. But it's time to go because I have some things to do. So we're gonna oh, tried and true. It's happening. Oh, it's happening. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's happening. It's happening. All right, bye guys.